know what it is. True and living. I'm not your homie, I'm the one and only macaroni. Miss Atkins.
Bopping through the streets with the leak, Timberland cleats. Play the field where we shoot for the stars, ain't hard to reach. Peep the repertoire, skeet off the Thule, dump in the reservoir. Take a swig of Pinot Noir, hop in my foreign car. Bon voyage, I-95, passing the city streets from where we creepin', backseat sleep. Watching Quantum Leap and play for keeps. Rules of the game, no time for referee. Don't step to me, I slap the clipboard. Ain't no coaching me, cost me plenty, but fortunately, I came at even, far from thieving. Credit card scam, shames, and all misleading, not misleading. Team was deceiving, or the non-believers. Streets ain't where you make achievements, invest in what you most believe in. I left some jewels on my nightstand, and you can keep it. 22s under my bed with covers to sleep with. It's no secret, I'm teaching, niggas only leeching. The streets prey on the weakling seeking, that's how they eatin'. I'm front seat at the beacon, reeking, I'm probably chiefin'. Got a shorty fine, she half black and Puerto Rican. I'm reaching, not for my gun, but for my gap, bitch. I need a black Benz and a chick like SS Atkins. Let's get it cracking. Life is good, I'm so fortunate. Watch out for orphan kids with cold hearts like an abortionist. The road we often miss with twists and turns like contortionists. The block is scorching, kid. You holding heat, you an arsonist. The streets is all a myth. I got some piff that we all can twist. Blow the mist, my hustle content. Shit, hand over fist. We take the risk, blowing the dice. Put in all your chips. Take my advice. We living right. We can all get rich.
Slow down, son, you killing them. Slow down, son, you killing them.
This is a guy I met 2 weeks ago at the Justice.
Welcome to the HATEATHON. Welcome to the HATEATHON. We are in the building.
And remember, 2 out of 3 is a bad.
He's sensitive,
We in the
funny,
building
and he
today,
has
y'all.
great taste. Look at these cute shoes.
Let me know who you're hating on tonight. Let me know who you're hating on tonight. I need to know. Welcome to the HATEATHON. Get your hate on. Turning up tonight. I need y'all to get your hate on tonight. Get your hate on. Get your hate on. Get your hate on. Are we talking about that hoe ass nigga Trump tonight? Maybe we talking about that soft ass nigga Ja Rule, huh? We talking about that nigga Ja Rule? Let me know who you hating on tonight.
Catch up the phone, now I pull up in the Tahoe. Thought it's boring, I ain't calling unless she swallow. She don't listen, I ain't tripping, she don't follow. Got another way, he swerving on the potholes. Got another thought, he thinks she hit the lotto.
Let me know, let me know, let me know, let me know.
This bitch is bad, she fucking all the drug dealers.
Who?
Took his bitch and then I took his plug, nigga.
Who?
Have her back, I'm getting to the bag, nigga. What's in your house, I'm running through your stash.
I need to know who you're hating on tonight. I want to know who you're hating on tonight.
In my back, I'm counting all these stacks, nigga. Gucci duffel Louis on my ass, nigga. Hennessy and TNT, we blast, nigga. Ferragamo on my chest, I'm looking right, baby. She wanna think I'm only out here for the night, baby. I'm Puerto Rico, Casamigos with the Sprite, baby. She wanna fuck with the scammers, talk to me nice, baby. She hit the bottle and the hoe just wobble wobble. Just thought he fucking for a fight, the cobble wobble. African swing, he spin, hit the throttle. She wanna fuck with the gangsters, talk to me nice, baby. This hoe ain't sick, she fucking on the damn crew. Coming out of sight, she lost her damn shoe. Her friend is poppin', she ain't got no damn clue. Rollin' O's and weed and smoking bamboo. Smoking gelato when the Tahoe smell the fucking jar. She wanna ride with me cause we look like some movie stars. This thotty moving faster than a speeding car. Coming through the door with no panties on. Poppin' Molly's and you know she took a Zanny bar. Talking about a Mazda is a family car. I hit her with a curve, then the coup de grace. Zillow games, I'm shaking up the dice, baby. She wanna stay with me so we can make the night, baby. She wanna be with me so I can lay the pipe, baby. I'm only out here for the night, baby. I'm only out here for the night, baby. Ferragamo on my chest, I'm looking right, baby. She wanna link, I'm only out here for the night, baby. I'm Puerto Rico, Casamigos with the Sprite, baby. She wanna fuck with the scammers, talk to me nice, baby. She hit the bottle and the hoe just wobble wobble.
Wobble wobble.
Thought he fucking for a fight, the cobble wobble.
Cobble wobble.
African swing, he spin, hit the throttle.
Hit the throttle.
She wanna fuck with the gangsters, talk to me nice, baby.
Welcome to the Check-In Report. I am your humble yet gracious host, True and Livin. I'm in the building. I'm not your homie. I'm the one and only macaroni. Let me get myself on the screen. Welcome, y'all. Welcome to the HATEATHON. Haven't done a HATEATHON in a while. And listen, I don't really have nothing to talk about. I'm just here to get my hate on. I don't necessarily have anybody in particular that I want to hate on, but I'm here to get my hate on. It's the HATEATHON. And everybody in the chat, let me just let y'all know. Some of y'all know how a HATEATHON works. Just let me know who you guys is hating on. Who do you guys have a problem with? It doesn't matter who it is. Let's talk about it tonight. Let's put it on the docket tonight. The HATEATHON. And I put some people's names in there. I put Trump in there. He's on the docket tonight. Maybe we should talk about the shooting that happened outside of the White House. There's still, I want to be sensitive to that topic. I have a sensitive heart for people who work in law enforcement and the government and stuff like that. I want to be a little sensitive towards that. But do you want to hate on Trump tonight? Let me know. Maybe you want to hate on the Democratic left, the Republican Party. Maybe you want to hate on Ja Rule. Getting snuffed backstage at the Boy Is Mine concert. That boy is mine. Ja Rule was like, that fade is mine. Gotta catch these fades, Ja Rule. Who are you hating on? Are you hating on Blueface? Looking like his face got tatted up. Face looking like an NYC subway station. Who are you hating on tonight? I want to know who you guys is hating on tonight, and I want the names. I need some names tonight. I need to know who you're hating on. I need to know who you're not rocking with. I need to know. Salute to Bama Yard. He says, get this nigga what? Nigga what? Hold on. Let me take care of this clown right here in my comment section. We're not even gonna showcase you. You an idiot. You just a clown. Let me take care of this clown in my comment section. Let me take care of this clown. Give me 1 second, y'all. Give me 1 second. Actually, no, we're not gonna take your comment off. We're gonna excommunicate your ass. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna excommunicate you from the church of check and report. Salute to Christopher. Christopher says Joe Biden. We should hate on Joe Biden. Listen, let's talk about Joe Biden. Joe Biden, he'll be the first one on the docket tonight. I don't have a problem talking about Jim Crow Joe, Sleepy Joe, NyQuil Joe, Benadryl Joe, nighttime and daytime cough Joe. Let's talk about Joe Biden. Joe Biden. Let's put Joe Biden on the screen. Jim Crow Joe. Now, listen. This is the HATEATHON. We got to keep it real when it comes to Jim Crow Joe, right? Jim Crow Joe, let's just be real about Jim Crow Joe. Let's be real. And he's the first on the docket for the HATEATHON. For the HATEATHON, he's the first on the docket. Let's put him on the docket tonight. Jim Crow Joe. And listen, and salute to Christopher for putting him first on the docket. He's the first one on the docket tonight. Jim Crow Joe. Let's talk about Jim Crow Joe. Let's be honest about Jim Crow Joe. Joe Biden is a racist. Joe Biden is a racist. He is an old, racist white man, unequivocally. An old, racist white liberal. Old racist. How many people did he put in jail by supporting that mass incarceration bill in the 90s with Bill Clinton? How many black men did he throw in jail? Keep in mind, this was the same white man criminalizing black men during the crack epidemic, throwing them in jail. Doesn't matter if it's a little piece of crack, throw them in jail. Throw them in jail for decades. And look how God works. His son ends up as an addict. His son running around smoking a crack pipe. Fire! 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 But what does he do? He doesn't throw his son in jail for decades. He doesn't criminalize his son. He bails his son out. He got his son dropping little pieces of crack around the White House, beaming up the Scotty. A complete and total embarrassment. Fire! 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 A complete and total embarrassment. Salute the FBA. I see FBA is in the building. Salute the FBA. FBA is in the building. It's good. He says happy holidays. Salute to him. Let me know who we hating on tonight, FBA. This is the hate-a-thon. We hating on niggas tonight. Tonight we hating on niggas. I need to know who you're hating on. Who you hating on? This is the hate-a-thon. Hating on niggas tonight. We're calling niggas out. We're calling out Jim Crow Joe. Jim Crow Joe is a racist. All you boot-licking liberals, all you boot-licking Democrats, Jim Crow Joe was a racist. You saw all of the things he did against black people in the 90s. You saw his track record politically. And you still voted for him just because you didn't like Trump. Even after he disrespected black people, saying, oh, if you don't vote for me, you ain't black. What a disgrace. That should have been the nail in the coffin right then and there. When he said that, that should have been the nail in the coffin for him politically. Let's be honest here, because let's be honest. When it comes to Barack Obama and Joe Biden, let's just go back then. They did nothing for black people. They did nothing for black America. They did nothing that was specifically for the black community. Can we really talk about it? The Barack Obama administration that Biden was a part of did absolutely nothing for black people. They did something for the LGBTQ. They did something for the big corporations. They worked on universal health care, but did they work on the specific problems that directly affected the black community? No, they did not. Fire! 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 They did not. They disrespected the black community. They abused the black community. They used the black community. So Jim Crow Joe is an unabashed racist. Let's just be honest about this man. And don't get it messed up. Please don't get it messed up. Did he sabotage Kamala Harris? He absolutely did sabotage Kamala Harris. He sabotaged her. Never forget that clip. We gotta pull that up. We gotta pull that. And this is the hate-a-thon. If you guys are just tuning in, we got people in the building. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. This is the hate-a-thon. We're calling out people tonight. Let me know who you're hating on tonight. Put a name in the comment section. Who we hating on tonight? This is the hate-a-thon. I need y'all to get your hate on tonight. We're hating on Jim Crow Joe tonight. Hating on Jim Crow Joe tonight. All right? Don't forget, he sabotaged Kamala Harris. Now listen, I'm no Kamala Harris fan, but he sabotaged her. Never forget this clip. Let's pull this clip up. Joe Biden wears MAGA hat. Why would you do this? Why would you throw on a MAGA hat? Why would he throw on a MAGA hat? Now remember, Kamala Harris is campaigning around the country. Kamala Harris is running around the country. Vote for me. I'm the last hope for America. Do you really want Trump in office? Do you really want him to win? She's going all around the world, all around the country. Vote for me. Vote for me. And this is what you do? This was politically, this was a nail in the coffin for Kamala when this happened.
Huh? Yeah. You remember your name?
I don't remember my name. I'm slow.
You're old part. You're an old part.
Yeah, I know, man. I'm an old guy.
And you're an old part, right?
And look, he was sunning Joe Biden. He was sunning him. But then when he throws on the MAGA hat, that was politically, that was the nail in the coffin for Kamala.
I know you would know about that.
What?
About being old.
Oh, I know.
All right.
I'm a young timer. Huh?
You know, he reminds me of the guys I grew up with. There was always one in the neighborhood.
Let's put that on there
I
tonight.
need that hat. I ain't going that.
Look when he throws on the MAGA hat. Like, come on, Joe Biden, why would you throw on the MAGA hat?
There you go.
Why would you throw on the MAGA hat and you got Kamala Harris running around the country trying to get a vote, trying to swing this thing, trying to win this thing? All of the people that were counting on the Democratic left. Why would you throw on the damn MAGA hat? He sabotaged Kamala Harris. Make no mistake about it. And listen, I'm no fan of Kamala, but he absolutely sabotaged them. If you're mad at anybody, if you dislike Trump, if you hate the job Trump has been doing, if you hate this current administration, you have one person to blame, and that's Joe Biden. He refused to step down. He refused to open up opportunity for other Democrats to show a better way. He refused to give Kamala Harris enough time to prepare to run a campaign. So if you have any problem with this current administration or with Trump, Joe Biden is responsible. Fire! 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 Joe Biden is responsible. Joe Biden is responsible. I'm just letting y'all know, man. He's responsible. You know? He's 1,000% responsible for the way things went down, for the way things happened. You know? The campaign could have been ran better. If Kamala had more time, if Kamala was able to prepare, if Kamala had more time allocated. I mean, they only gave her, 90 days to run a campaign? It was all Joe Biden's fault. He was stumbling and fumbling and bumbling in the debates. I remember that. Looking like a damn fool. Respectfully, you know. But, you know, I mean, I'm just keeping it real. But, you know, in terms of Joe Biden, you know, I've always felt like he's a racist. I have a problem with any old white man from that time period. Any old white man that's 70 years old, I have a hard time believing that they're not racist. Like Trump, Joe Biden, any white man from that era, any white man that remembers Jim Crow, any white man that remembers segregation, I have a hard time believing that you're not racist. I'm gonna keep it a buck because you've seen some real racism. Fire! 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 I have a hard time believing that any 70-plus-year-old white man isn't a racist. You've seen some real racism. But y'all give me some more names. Who else are we hating on tonight, man? We can't just hate on Joe Biden. You know, we got other people in here. Who else are we hating on tonight? Are we hating on Joel Santana with the red bandana? Let me know. Are we hating on Joel Santana with the red bandana? This is a hate-a-thon. Bro, this is the hate-a-thon, bro. We're doing a hate-a-thon tonight, bro. Relax. It's hate-a-thon, bro. It's all in jest. Relax. It's hate-a-thon, bro. Who else are we hating on tonight? Let me see. Joel Santana. Joel Santana. Now, Joel Santana with the red bandana. This is what I'm going to say tonight about Joel Santana, right? HATEATHON. We're getting our HATEATHON. We're getting the HATEATHON on tonight. Joel Santana, he recently made some remarks about, and maybe I should pull up what he said. Let me pull up what he said. He made some remarks on Twitter, not on Twitter, on a podcast, talking about how reading is not necessarily needed. That, you know, people should be learning how to run businesses instead of learning how to read. Let me see if I can pull that up, because he sounded really dumb. I'm gonna be honest with you. Let me see if I can pull that up. Joel Santana. We can pull that clip up. I think this is it right here.
Posted that Joel Santana said on a podcast, kids need to learn.
That's it, but I'm looking for the full clip. Here we go. This might be it right here. Here we go.
Nah, but seriously though,
Voice
G shit though, we gotta start teaching our kids though just financial wealth and literacy and all that shit early, because by the time they get to 9th grade, they should be just learning how to start businesses and how to. But they don't really need to know how to read.
Wait, stop.
What are you talking about, Joel? The kids need to know how to read. You can't teach a kid financial literacy if they don't even know how to read and understand it, idiot. Fire! 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 Reading is fundamental. How are you going to teach a kid about financial literacy, Joels, if they don't even know how to understand it? If they can't articulate it, if they don't have an understanding or a grasp of what you're telling them, how? I mean, you can't have one without the other. Love and marriage, love and marriage. You need one for the other. You need to learn how to read for you to have financial literacy.
I ain't gonna say that. I say that respectfully. I'm not saying that in a way to be literate, because you're not supposed to be illiterate, but you can.
Okay, he cleaned it up.
Reading or math.
Math.
Told you.
Math. I think you could listen to a book.
He cleaned it up a little bit. He said you're not supposed to be illiterate, but reading is still fundamental. You still need to know how to read. And that's one of the biggest problems in the hip hop community today. All of you guys are on 360 contracts. And the reason why all of you rappers are on 360 contracts is because you never read your contract. Fire! 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 You're wondering why the labels is pimping you out. You're wondering why you have a hit single and you're not making a dime off of it. You're wondering why you've been touring all around the country and you haven't seen a dime of that money, because you didn't read your damn contract, dummy. So when I see a rapper talking about, oh, you know, reading is not really necessary, you don't really need it, you really need how to run a business, well, you need to learn how to read and comprehend the things that you're reading and have a full grasp of what you're reading to even be financially literate, have some financial literacy. And you're a rapper. Shouldn't you be reading? You know, if you're writing your rhymes, so you want kids to write rhymes without reading? This is what you call a smart dumb nigga. This is what you call a smart dumb nigga. A smart dumb nigga is a nigga that's giving some positive advice. Like he'll tell you like a smart dumb nigga is like this. A smart dumb nigga is like this, yo. Yo, you need to drink more water, bro. Nigga, what are you talking about? Drink more water. Yo, you need to drink more water. Drink more water. And only drink Hennessy. You could just drink water and only drink Hennessy. It's like, yo, they're giving you positive advice. Okay, drink more water. Drinking water is good. You need to drink water. but only drink Hennessy. Drink water and only drink Hennessy. It's like you're giving me positive advice, but in reality, it's really just bad advice. I mean, you could be drinking water. You could be. I mean, it's like smart dumb niggas don't give good advice because it just doesn't make sense. Because what he's telling you is not bad. You know, it's good to be financially have some financial literacy, but it's not good to not know how to read. You need to know how to read. And that's the problem with these kids today. These kids don't value education. A lot of these kids, to be honest with you, they don't want to be, you know, have any education. A lot of these kids, they want to be rappers, they want to be streamers, they want to be influencers, they want to be everything but educated. You see the dropout rates, you see the college rates of HBCU, the rates of young black men going to HBCUs, the numbers are declining. So we already have a community that doesn't value education. We already have a community, and I can't really even call the black community a community because it's not really a community. We're not a community. When you really think about it, we're not a community. We have neighborhoods where black people inhabit, but we're not a community. We don't have hospitals, supermarkets, schools, everything that encompasses a working and functional community, a banking. We don't have a community. We have neighborhoods that we inhabit. So when you have a rapper sitting up here devaluing education, devaluing reading, which is fundamental, devaluing education, I mean, I think it's sad. Rappers should not be the people speaking for us in our community. That's the number one. That's one of the biggest downfalls of the black community, in my opinion. Us having having entertainers and sports athletes be the pillars in our community. Because let's be honest, it's a 1 out of 10 chance that your kid becomes a Joel Santana. It's a 1 out of 10 chance that your kid becomes a LeBron James. It's a 1 out of 10 chance that your kid becomes the next Michael Jordan. But for your kid to go to a school, get an education, and get a decent job, a high-paying job with the right, education, with the right hard work, that's more feasible. That's more possible. Every kid is not going to be the best rapper. Every kid is not going to go to the NBA. Every kid is not going to be this big star on Twitch. It's not going to happen for every black kid. But if we were to value education, if we were to value vocational training, if we were to value all of these other things that can educate our children, our kids would be in a better state right now. But we got the highest dropout rates. We got the HBCU black men attending. All of those numbers are going down. So it's sad to see a rapper sitting up here devaluing education. I mean, it's bad. That's the last thing we need. We don't need people to devalue education. We don't need that. What did FBA say? FBA said, kick Joel's back in. Well, listen, Joel's, let's be honest about Joel's. And let's get off of the topic of him sounding like an idiot on the podcast. What happened to Joel Santana's career? I mean, like, honestly, what's going on with New York hip hop? Like, can we talk about it? And Joel Santana's a part of it. What's going on with all these New York rappers? All of these New York rappers, whether it's Dave East, whether it's Fabulous, Mano, Jim Jones, Joel Santana, why are they all on podcasts? You niggas don't rap no more. You niggas ain't in the booth no more. You niggas have put down your microphones and put down MCing and you picked up the podcast mics now?
You don't find that suspicious?
What's going on with New York hip hop? It's like every failed New York rapper is trying to damn do a podcast now. You got the Fat Joe and Jada show. You got the Jim Jones podcast. You got the Jim Jones, Dave East, Fabulous Mano podcast. You got all these damn podcasts with all these washed up New York rappers. When are you niggas gonna drop a damn song? Fire! 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 When are you niggas gonna hop in a damn booth? When are you niggas gonna spit some bars? When are you niggas gonna get New York hip hop where it needs to be? And make no mistake, whether it's Joel's, whether it's Fabulous, whether it's Jim Jones, make no mistake, they are the reason why New York hip hop fell off. They are the reason. FBA said what you're drinking. I'm sipping on some white wine right now. I'm sipping on some white wine. Cheers. Sipping on some white wine. At first, it tasted pretty nasty, but it grown on me. First, I was like, it kind of tastes kind of nasty, but it's growing on me. The white wine is kind of growing on me. It has a nice little taste to it after a while. But make no mistake, all of these New York rappers that are on podcasts, all of them failed New York. The reason why New York is no longer on the radio, when you listen to Hot 97, Power 105, it sounds like down south. The reason why New York hip hop fell off is because all of these niggas got washed. All of these niggas got lazy. None of these niggas wanted to put the hard work in and drop consistently, put their name out there. They wasn't working hard like a Gucci Man, like a Young Jeezy, like a Lil Wayne. They wasn't like that. They were lazy. Fabulous, lazy. Joel Santana, lazy. Lloyd Banks, lazy. Fire! 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 They are the reason why New York hip hop fell off. They are the reason why we lost our sound. They did not carry on tradition. They were supposed to be the next generation. After the Jay-Z's, after the Nas's, after the 50 Cents, after the Biggies, after all of these great New York hip hop artists, and they transcended. They transcended the art form. They transcended the genre. They went off into Hall of Fame. These were the crop of MCs that were supposed to take the mantle, carry the tradition. The Joel Santanas, the Fabulouses, the Lloyd Bankses. And instead of carrying on the tradition, they let New York down. Fire! 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 Now all these washed up New York rappers have podcasts. And listen, I don't have a problem with niggas doing a podcast, but be original. Do something new. Like when you look at Cam and Mace, they did something original. They said, you know what? I don't want to do a podcast where we just talk about hip hop and just everyday thing. Joe Budden does it. Joe Budden does that. Salute to Joe Budden. Joe Budden, that's another trailblazer. Joe Budden, he was early on it, right? But I salute people like Cam and Mace. They said, you know what? Let's do something different. Let's do a sports show. All of these washed up New York rappers, now they want to do podcasts. Whether it's Joe and Jada, whether it's Mano, Dave East, Fabulous, do something original. Go on a boat and go fishing. Go do a cooking show. Do something original. Everybody doesn't have to do a show where they just sit down and talk about absolutely nothing. I don't care about your opinions and your takes, Davies, Mano, Jim Jones. Do something interesting. Do something fascinating. Do something we haven't seen before. Like when Cam and Mace did the sports show, I've never seen two rappers do a sports show. That's new. That's interesting. Do something new. Bring something new to the table. But a lot of these washed up rappers, they don't have nothing new. They just want to get on a podcast and make some money. That's what Fat Joe and Jada are doing. You know? Christopher says, let's hate on the Cleveland Browns for being late to the party. Oh, we're talking about the Cleveland Browns. Yeah, listen, the Cleveland Browns, maybe we should talk about the Cleveland Browns. The Cleveland Browns, and listen, I do want to give a little bit of respect to the Cleveland Browns. Not too much, but a little bit. Because they at least drafted Shador, right? They at least drafted him, right? A lot of teams passed on him. A lot of teams disrespected Shador. What did he go, like in the 5th round or something like that? Now, they did disrespect him, though. Because he should have at least been a QB2. He should have been QB2. Joe Flacco was washed. Nobody wanted Joe Flacco. I mean, clearly he was washed. You guys traded him. What's the other kid? I forgot the other kid's name. All of them over there was washed. Everybody on the Cleveland Browns was washed. So I think Shador should have at least been QB2. Y'all had him as a 3rd string quarterback. That was disrespectful, but I do want to shoot them a little bit about. They at least took him. A lot of these teams now, they look stupid that they didn't take him. Look at the Raiders. They look stupid for not taking Shador. Look at the Giants. They look stupid for not taking Shador. Even though Jackson Dart is cool, I think Shador would have been a better decision. A lot of these teams, they just look stupid for not taking Shador. You tried to emasculate that black man. You tried to make an example out of him. And never forget that when they drafted Shador, let me see if I could pull up that clip. Hold on. Let me see if I can pull up that clip where they drafted Shador. And they didn't look enthusiastic. They didn't look, enthused. They didn't look happy that they were drafting Shador. Browns draft Shador. They didn't look happy. Let me see if I could pull that up.
Game time, baby.
Yeah, they didn't look too happy. They didn't look like, they were looking weird in that draft room. Do they have it? They don't have it. Okay. Let me see if I can find it. I know it's somewhere on the internet. Cleveland Browns draft Shador Sanders. The faces in the room. Is this it right here? This is it. Hold on, y'all. Damn, what my shit freeze for? Look at it. Look at how they look. They don't look like they were enthused. They look happy. It looked weird. Like when they drafted him, they looked weird. They looked like they wanted him. They looked like they was trying to make an example out of that man. Yeah, like they were trying to make an example out of him. Shador had no business going in the 5th round. Shador should have went in the 1st or 2nd round. They let that man sit in that round for come on, like come on. So yeah, you know the Cleveland Browns, they're idiots. Truthfully, I think Shador should just ball out on the Browns. And as soon as his value is crazy, I think he should leave the Browns. The Browns are a losing organization. But I think he should ball out. I think he should ball out, create high demand, create high, whatever, in the Browns uniform. And as soon as his availability is available, as soon as he's able for free agency, I think he should leave for a better team. If the Browns do right by him, if they do right by him, maybe you could work something out. But I think he should leave for a better team, after he makes his bones and he proves to everybody what he's doing. But I'm rooting for Shador, man. I'm a fan of Shador. I love what Shador is doing. I think he's great. I think he's great for the game. And I'm rooting for Shador. I think Shador is dope. And the Cleveland Browns are idiots, in my opinion. Yeah, man. Yeah, it is crazy how they look. It looked crazy. It looked like a horror movie. Like it don't like a horror movie, like something like in Get Out. Like look at their faces. They look weird. Like I'm talking about the dudes in the back, not these two in the front. The dudes in the back, they look mad weird. Yeah, man. It was weird. It was weird. It was weird. It was weird. It was weird seeing that. It was weird seeing that. Who's this soccer player who wifed up Tiana Trump? Can we talk about that? A soccer player wifes Tiana Trump. Yeah, Nicholas Pepe. Nicholas Pepe is reportedly wifing up this shorty from the flicks, man. He's wilding. Did y'all hear about this? Soccer player wifing up Tiana Trump. All the hot dogs she done slurped up. All the back shots she done took. All the male specimens she done took on her face. That's your queen? That's your wifey? That's the woman? You ready to... am I missing something here?
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
How could you see all of those videos of your girl getting pounded out? I'm talking about like literally pounded out. Multiple men at one time. Tag teaming your girl. Leaving specimens all over her face. Violating your girl. And that's your wifey? That's the girl that's the girl you about to put a ring on? Now listen, if he was just dealing with her, if he was just smashing her out, if he was on some Zion Williamson, I'm just smashing this joint. This ain't my chick. They talking about he about to marry this girl. Are you serious?
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
Come on, bro. Hey, Nikki. Hey, baby. My love. That's my girlfriend. Hey, how you doing, good baby? I'm doing a live show. My phone is dead, baby. My phone is not on. It's dead. Okay, baby? That's my girl. She wanted to know what I was doing. Yeah, baby, I'm doing a live stream, baby. My live stream right now. Hold on. Let me give me 1 second, y'all. We're talking about Tiana Trump here. Yeah, but Tiana Trump, that's kind of crazy though, bro. That's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy though. But let me see. What else we got? What else we got? What else we got? What else we got? Um, on the HATEATHON tip. On the HATEATHON tip. Hold on, y'all. On the HATEATHON tip. I love you too, baby. I love you too. I love you too. FBA says simping on the live. Yeah, leave my girl alone, man. I love you too, baby. I love you too. FBA, what are you talking about, FBA? Simping on the live. Yeah, man. Let me see. What else? Um, I'm trying to see something else on terms of who else am I missing from the HATEATHON, man? I feel like I'm missing some other people from the HATEATHON. Who else am I missing from the HATEATHON? Who else? Who else am I missing? Who else am I missing? You know who I want to hate on? Hold on. I want to hate on the Knicks. Can we hate on the Knicks for a few? Can we hate on Can we hate on the Knicks? Is it possible we can hate on the Knicks? I think we should hate on the Knicks. Bro. Can we hate on the Knicks? Can we hate on the Knicks? I need to know. Can we hate on the Knicks? Let me pour up some white wine. Give me a second. Pour up some white wine. Listen, when it comes to the Knicks, let's just keep it real about the Knicks, right? They told us that this was going to be the year. This was going to be the year for the Knicks. We're going to get rid of Thibodeau. Oh, he was hurting the team. He was playing the guys. Too many minutes. But let's be real. Thibodeau got you to the Eastern Conference Finals. No matter what none of y'all say, Thibodeau was the answer. You may not like the way he played, y'all. You may not like the way you probably felt like he was overplaying the players. You probably didn't like his coaching style. But let's be honest. Thibodeau was the truth. The Knicks haven't been to an Eastern Conference Finals in over 20 years. Fire! 20 years. And you get rid of the guy? You get rid of the only coach that has put any type of that has restored the feeling back in New York basketball. You get rid of that guy for Mike Brown? See, some of y'all may not remember the history of Mike Brown. Some of y'all may not know the history of Mike Brown. I remember Mike Brown. Mike Brown, like let me put Mike Brown on the screen. Let me put Coach Mike Brown on the screen. Coach Mike Brown. Let me put Coach Mike Brown on the screen. I remember Mike Brown, and he was always a clown. No disrespect to Mike Brown. I'm not saying he's not a good coach. I'm not saying that he can't coach. And I'm not saying that he wouldn't make a good assistant coach, but he was always a clown. I remember when he was the coach for the Lakers, and he was a clown. Kobe used to sun him on the daily. Kobe used to sun Mike Brown on the daily. He was on pins and needles when he played for the Lakers because Kobe wasn't feeling him. He knew he wasn't a winner. I remember when he coached LeBron James. That was a short stay. He was a clown there. So at every place they put Mike Brown, he was never successful. Listen, he did a nice little stint, with the Kings. The Kings were a decent team, but they never won anything. They were never formidable. They were a good team, but they never won anything. Mike Brown is not a winning coach. And let's be honest, the Knicks were hoping to get the I forgot the name of the Denver Nuggets coach that they fired. They were hoping to get him. They had a couple of other names in the pot. I was hoping that they called up forgot the brother's name, but I was hoping what's the he used to play for the Knicks back in the day. Mark Jackson. I'm bugging. Mark Jackson. I was hoping that the Knicks called Mark Jackson. I think the Knicks should have called Mark Jackson. Forget about Mike Brown. Forget about all these other guys. Mark Jackson. Get Mark Jackson up in there. With have Mark Jackson and Jalen Brunson's father. Let them be the coaching staff for the Knicks. That would get them motivated. That would get them, ambitious. But Mike Brown, he's never been a winning coach. And the Knicks, like honestly, there's never been a time for the Knicks like it is now. They have such a great shot. Think about all of the players that are not playing right now. There's so many great players that are injured right now that they could be taken advantage of. Jason Tatum, Tyrese Halliburton. All of these guys are injured. The East is open. But instead of being the best team in the East, you got Detroit. They coming up. You got all these other teams. You got, all these other teams are making a name for them. And the Knicks don't look like they're going to go far this year. What is up with the damn Knicks? What's going on with the damn Knicks? Why can't the Knicks get it together? Why can't the Knicks pull it together? I want to know. I want to know, man. I mean, they've been a laughing stock for a long time. The Knicks haven't really done anything. They haven't really accomplished anything. I mean, I think it's about damn time that the Knicks finally won a championship. I mean, it's been, since 1973? When was the last time the Knicks won a championship? What was it, 1972, 73? I mean, most of us on this live wasn't even born when they won. The last time the Knicks won a championship. What was it, 72 or 73? When was the last time they won a championship? 73. The last time they won a championship was 73. The last time they've been to the finals was what, 1999? I mean, it's time for the Knicks to do something. And I feel bad. And let's be honest. Let's be honest. Salute to Jalen Brunson. Salute to Jalen Brunson. I know this is a hate-a-thon, but I'm going to give Jalen Brunson his flowers. Jalen Brunson is the greatest Knick since Patrick Ewing. I'm putting it out there. Jalen Brunson is the greatest Knick since Patrick damn Ewing. I'm putting it out there. Salute to that brother.
You don't find that suspicious?
Jalen Brunson is the best Knick since Patrick Ewing. He's the best Knick. Better than that damn Melo. Melo did nothing for New York. He did absolutely nothing. Never made it, never did anything, only won one playoff series, never went to a conference finals. I still don't understand why Knick fans hold Melo so close to their hearts. Never did anything for the Knickerbockers. Never was constantly in the playoffs. Never did anything. A stat pattern. Ball hog. Jalen Brunson is the greatest Knick since Patrick Ewing. Not even a debate. And he deserves better. You know, listen, Cat, OG, those are good players. But I think the Knicks should have, you know, I think they should have brought the form and possibly got Giannis. I would love to see Jalen Brunson and Giannis right now. That would be a great, you know, that would be a great team right now. That would be a great team right now. Christopher says hating on the NFL versus George Pickens. And then he says, too many fines for having fun. Yeah, listen, you know, the NFL, you know, I hate what a lot of the leagues have done to the game. It's over officiating. You know, I would love for us to get back to a point in sports where people could just play ball. You know, who cares that the players like to have fun? Who cares about the stuff off the court? Like, I mean, you know, like, it's nonsense, man. It's nonsense. Absolute nonsense. Absolute nonsense. Absolute and total nonsense. Culture that he says bullshit. It's the front office that traded all those pieces for Melo, who was leaving for the Knicks anyway. Listen, I agree with you. I believe that, you know, it's the biggest Achilles heel for the Knicks have been their front office. The front office is what's really hurt the Knicks more than anything. It hasn't been the players. It hasn't been the GM. As much as we like to kick in James Dolan's back, as much as people like to kick in, you know, the players' backs, it's been the front office. The front office has made terrible choices. I mean, whose idea was it to draft Frank Ntilikina? Whose idea was that? All of those great point guards, all of those great players that was in that draft, they decided to draft Frank Ntilikina. They lucked into Porzingis. He got up out of there. As soon as he realized he was never going to win a chip or never be a competitor on that team, he got up out of there. And they've made terrible, can we, who has been in the last 20 years? Let's take Porzingis off the board. And remember, they lucked into Porzingis. They did not think Porzingis was going to be a good pick. They lucked into him. But if we take Porzingis off of the board, can you name one player that the Knicks have drafted in the last 20 years that have been good? Name one. One player. Fire! 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 Name one player that the front office have drafted that turned out to be a good pick. They have drafted dud after dud after dud. They dropped the ball on so many free agencies. They dropped the ball on Kawhi. They dropped the ball on the big three. They dropped the ball on KD and Kyrie. They have dropped the ball so many damn times. You would think a team that has all of this cashew, a team that has all of these, all of the marketing dollars, the biggest market, the mecca of basketball, you would think basketball players would be clamoring to play here. But they're not, because the Knicks have been a laughingstock. And that's why you got to go back to Thibodeau, because Thibodeau changed that. Thibodeau came into a laughingstock culture. He came into a franchise that was a laughingstock, a franchise that had nothing going for it. They got Jalen Brunson. Nobody believed in Jalen Brunson. Everybody was like, nah, he was good on Mavericks, but he ain't gonna be good on the Knicks. Nobody believed in him. Thibodeau took Jalen Brunson. They got OG. They started winning games. They started looking good. Did Thibodeau overwork his players? I believe so. I think he'd overworked them. But at the end of the day, they got further than they've ever gotten. Why would you get rid of the man who's done so much, who's changed? Thibodeau has single-handedly changed the culture for the Knicks. You think Mike Brown could have done that? Do you seriously think Mike Brown could have done that? That's what Thibodeau deserved? And listen, I'm not no big Thibodeau fan, but I feel like they did him wrong. You don't get rid of a guy who changed the culture for your failing franchise, and you just toss him out. You kick him on his keister. I think they did him dirty. I don't like the way they did Thibodeau. I think what they did to Thibodeau was wrong, in my opinion. I think it was wrong, and it was uncalled for. FBA says after him kicked it, Jim Jones back. He's standing there smoking a blunt, handing out turkeys. We'll get to Jim Jones. I'll get to Jim Jones. Give me 1 second. Coulter says overhyped Ewing was the worst thing we did as Knicks fans. He was selfish. He didn't want Lonzo Mourning on the team after leaving. Listen, I disagree. I think Ewing. Give Ewing his flowers, man. When Ewing was on the Knicks, they were formidable for a decade. All through the 90s, they went to the playoffs. When Ewing left that team, the Knicks, once Ewing left the Knicks, they became a laughingstock. So we can't really kick in the back of Ewing. That's not fair to Ewing. Ewing did too much for the Knicks. And I don't like when I see New York Knicks fans disrespect him, because it's like he did so much. What were the Knicks after he left? When he left, what were the Knicks? Were they continually in the playoffs? Were they continually competitive and contenders? No. As soon as he left, they were no longer contenders. They were no longer a factor in the Eastern Conference. So we can't kick in the back. Whether he wanted to play with Alonzo or he was selfish, I don't care. He did too much for the Knicks. And when he left the Knicks, they were nothing. Let's just be real. He got the Knicks to 2 finals. They were in the playoffs every year in the 90s. You got to show Ewing a little bit more respect. Got a good team, but we need a new coach. Tibbs was burnt out. Listen, I think that Tibbs was a good coach. Do I agree with his coaching methods in terms of burning players out? I don't agree with that, but I think he was a good coach. They believed in him. Say what you want, but they brought into the system. The Knicks haven't been to a conference finals in over 20 years. So clearly they brought into the system and it worked. They ran into the Indiana Pacers. They got, whipped on. you know, and things just went differently, you know. But you know, he says Ewing sold us out to be Jordan's bodyguard. I mean, that's after his career. That was after. That was after. Come on, don't do that to Ewing. Come on, that was after. That was after. Don't do that. If you're talking about today, I agree. Yeah, he sold out the Knicks today. Today, yeah, he sold out the Knicks. But you know, back in the day, he was competitive with Mike. You know, he was friends with Mike back then, but he was competitive. You know, he wanted to win some chips. Let's get to the Jim Jones handing out turkeys because FBA. I see FBA brought it up. You got Jim Jones handing out turkeys. My thing is this with Jim Jones handing out turkeys. Max B was handing out turkeys like what was it? Was it Max B handing out turkeys like maybe like a couple days ago? Well, you see Max B hand out some turkeys. Now you want to hand out some turkeys? And then a poor woman hops on the line, and she hops on the line maybe like a third time, and he calls out. He like called out, you was on this line 3 times. No more turkeys for you. Maybe the woman ain't got no food in her kitchen. Maybe she he's trying to stock up on these turkeys. Now, do I think that's selfish? Yes. But maybe she's dependent on those 3 turkeys. You know? They handing out turkeys like he's Nino Brown. Yeah, Jim Jones is a clown, bro. He's a clown. Jimmy Jones is a clown. Jim Jones is a clown. Hey, listen, y'all. I'm gonna do another hate-a-thon tomorrow. Make sure y'all tune in tomorrow. Maybe we'll go in depth with some more topics. Talk about some more topics. FBA says my thing is the blunt. Yeah, I agree with you, FBA. I didn't like the blunt either. I think that, you know, here you are at a charitable event. You know, let me just say this. You're at a charitable event, you're giving away turkeys. I don't think that's the time for you to be out there smoking a blunt. You're supposed to be out there, you know, festive. You're supposed to be out there, you know, helping the people. Like what's this obsession with you to be out there with a blunt in your mouth? And you got kids out there, you got grandmothers out there. This ain't the time for you to have a blunt in your mouth, Jim Jones. Yeah, he was looking like a clown. I seen a video with somebody calling him out for doing that, and he did look like a clown. He did look stupid for doing that. Yeah, I didn't like that either. Him having the blunt in the mouth. I thought that was distasteful, very distasteful, very distasteful. But yo, listen. Happy Thanksgiving. And I'm gonna tune in for y'all. I'm gonna highlight y'all tomorrow. I gotta call my shorty. And I'll see you guys tomorrow, man.